Rise and shine, my mothers and my brothers. It's good Wednesday morning. Good to see you. Middle of my work week. Very important message today, echoing what I posted in the community section of YouTube and also on the Facebook page and also on Gab. Facebook page called The George Bruno Experience. Men do not tolerate weakness in your male friends. I'm not talking about being a prick. I'm not talking about being impatient. If you have friends, guy friends, that are not living up to their God-given potential, dare I call it your responsibility to work with them, to encourage them. And when I say don't tolerate it, I'm not saying being, a hard ass or a prick about it. Let it grieve you that your guy friends aren't living up to their God-given masculine potential. This is what you need to do. Get them out walking. Invite them to come work out with you. Do things with them other than drinking or, here we go with the rough roads now. Do something with them other than drinking and eating food that is bad for you. Don't worry about what they think. Let them, if they have to eliminate you from their life, then let them do it because of you insisting that they be healthy and that you want to help drive self-improvement. You're not obsessed with it, you're doing it as a friend. As a matter of fact, your attitude should be, if I didn't love you, I wouldn't be doing this. Teach them how to deal with women. If they are overweight and out of shape, and you are of an ideal weight, in shape, get them going on a track of health and fitness. Teach them to not have their world revolve around women, the lack of women, the loss of women. Super important. So many men have given up in the YouTube men's community. In general, that entire movements have been started to quote-unquote protect men when they actually just throw another brick on a man as he's treading water. So many men are just treading water. Do you have friends that are treading water? Are you treading water? Just keeping your nose above the surface? Did you have bad experiences, but you overcame them? If you are 3 months post-divorce, if you are 3 months post-chaos and trauma, you have an edge over the guy that just experienced it this week. You might think, well, what do I have to teach somebody? Plenty. There's always people that are less competent, less confident than you. So your role, and it doesn't cost you anything, time, or all it does is make you kind of sit up a little straighter, take the positivity that you have, and you don't have to be a motivational speaker, but don't be afraid of offending your friends that need help. I know when it comes to my friend Craig, who killed himself about a month ago, one of my best friends of all time, knew each other for 40 years. I was the kind of guy that would say, hey, let's go do a 5-mile walk, and his response would be, that's gay. If we went to the movies, he would sit like 2 seats down. You know how guys are sometimes. But let's go out and drink and eat cheesesteaks and 30 hot wings. And it got to the point where that's all we did. And then the rest of his time was watching sports at home, deadening his brain cells. And he was not an abuser of alcohol. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of ways to deaden brain cells, and watching excessive TV and sports is one of those ways. But when you're plugged into the programming of the world, you're going to isolate yourself. And how dark and low do you have to get to take a gun, put it to your chest, and pull the trigger and put a bullet straight through your heart? That's pretty frigging desperate, if you ask me. I had no clue. How many friends do you have that are that close to doing that or have considered that? It is your responsibility. Believe me when I say it doesn't have to cost you anything. Encouraging somebody doesn't cost you anything. Inviting someone to come along with you when you work out or just take a walk. And there's so many areas in which physical self-improvement can spill over into other areas of your life. You do men a favor in general, you do your friends a favor by encouraging them. You don't like, hey, we're cool, you do your thing, I do my thing. But when you see somebody just sinking down and don't recognize the signs as dangerous, it can end pretty badly. I consider this to be my most absolutely important video ever in 5 years. So I plead with you to encourage your male friends. Reach out to them. Don't be afraid of being a nag. Don't pester, mock, or pressure them. Just be persistent and positive. Because going negative, like so many people in the YouTube men's community, which is the word that I like to use, the YouTube men's community, YTMC. If you shame somebody, they don't want to be with you. They want nothing to do with you or anything that you're involved in. Be a person who builds people up and not tears people down. So when it comes, start local. And when I say local, who is on your most called list on your phone? Who is on your most texted list on your phone, as far as your guy friends are concerned? The little bit that you know can help them. If you are that further ahead of them, then build them up, get them out, get them breathing fresh air, get them out in the sunshine, get their pasty white bodies to absorb sunshine, get some vitamin D. Encourage them to turn off the TV, encourage them to quit watching sports, which is the opiate of the masses. Some people have said religion is the opiate of the masses. Televised sports is the opiate of the masses. You are watching and elevating people that hate you? Get out of here. Men, talk to your friends within the next week. About issues in their life. And I'm not talking about joining a community or a movement. You don't need to do that. I think the whole tribe thing is just way overdone. It just reminds me of Little Rascals. You know, the He-Man Woman Haters Club. No ladies allowed, no girls allowed. Stop it. Stop it with that nonsense. Stop it. There's a healthy way to deal with people without being taken advantage of, and you don't have to go on the offensive. You don't have to do that. Now, when it comes to your male friends, call them. Hey, what's going on, man? What's up? Haven't heard from you in a while. Just checking in. How you doing? What's going on? Did you make it through the winter? Tell them about a decision that you made Hey, I stopped watching sports and I feel so much better. Or I deleted Facebook and boy, do I feel so much better. Just like find something to build a bridge. Hey, let's go hey, long time no see, let's go grab a bite. What a perfect way to reach out to a friend who's in need. Because you know what guys don't do? Guys don't put a sign around their neck that says, I'm in need. Guys don't raise their hand and say, hey, I'm in need. I thought of killing myself last night. I'm sad. I really would love a girlfriend or a wife, but I don't know how to do it. And then they end up joining negative tribes. I'm not even into positive tribes, let alone negative tribes. I'm not into that at all. The best tribe is a tribe of two. You and your buddy, getting them out of the house. Meet for coffee rather than meet for a drink. Meet for a walk. Invite them to the gym. Hey, I'm reading this great book. I think you would like it. And then when you're done, give them a copy of the book. There's so many things you can do to help encourage your male friends. Don't pester or mock or shame them in any way. And everyone has a friend that might be overweight and not motivated, might not be the most handsome person in the world, or they kind of like let themselves go, and you know their social life is not the greatest. And then they build a wall around themselves that you yourself can't even get through. Watch this video again. Write down some of those tips that I just shared with you on how to reach out to somebody. Texts and phone calls are a great way to do that. This is how men get strong. Men who choose to be alone can be strong. I'm a guy that chooses solitude, and I'm strong because of it. And I find the more that I interact with tribes, that the more compromised I get. And of course, with pandemics and all this kind of stuff, it doesn't help. But if you're a guy that really needs socialization and needs a friend to stay in contact with, I think the reality is that just, from texting to a phone call to an email, or maybe even better, a Zoom call. I know if I have a Zoom call or a video call, like for instance, if the phone rings, I don't think of combing my hair. I don't care, no one can see me. But if I'm doing a video call, I'm like, I just want to make sure I look a little bit better. Comb my hair, straighten myself out, got some cat hair on me, whatever. And I take it to the next level. And then, of course, when you're meeting up with somebody, you pick out nicer clothes and so forth. It gives you have more of a purpose, more of a reason, in life. But start with a text, an email, a phone call, a Zoom call, a video call somehow, FaceTime, something. That's the beginning of saving a man's life. It's not about getting laid. It's not about game. Game. You gotta know game. Shut the fuck up with your game bullshit.
Why don't you shut up?
Shut up. All right? You don't need a bunch of women to be happy. You know what you need? You need yourself. And if there's a nice woman that you attract, not chase, that's in your life, that understands the rules that you live by, and you can get along and travel well together and make each other laugh and smile, you are 1,000 miles ahead of everyone else. But the worst thing a man can do is join a negative tribe. And there's a lot of them, especially in the YouTube men's community, the YTMC. Newspapers will tell you if it bleeds, it leads, which means that negativity will always get more likes and hits and thumbs up than positive stuff. Stay away from the negative, stay away from the drama, stay away from the condemnation, build yourself up, build your friends up. If you are in misery, if you are one of these guys yourself who is sitting at home, it's the same way with watching dramatic videos on YouTube. How do you feel when you get done watching certain videos? Do you feel like you need to take a shower? Do you feel scummy? Do you feel proud to be a man? I would encourage you to reach for the right food that's not tainted. When it comes to choosing content, choosing friends, choose wholesome, pure, unaffected. No hate, no criticism, no negativity, no cold hard truth. And you'll be fine. You'll find yourself getting better and improving. And get yourself out and do things that don't include drinking or getting high or negative places or hanging out with negative people. What rooms are you hanging out with on the web? What rooms are you in? Are you in dark rooms? Choose the light. Choose the light and bring that light to the darkness when you are impervious to the arrows and the negativity. But reach out to a friend. If you do anything this week, reach out to a friend and then email me, gb@georgebruno.com, or put a comment down below. And commit to me that you're going to reach out to a friend. Tell me that you're going to commit to me to reach out to a friend. Super important. That's how you change this world. You don't need validation from a tribe. Stop it. Enough with that. All right. Let me know what you're going to do. Thanks.
Deep in the shadows, I know it's hard to put one foot in front of the other. So far as the echo, where do we start? You can learn to discover a million stars. Here in the shadows, I know you're scared. Take my hand, together we'll make a stand. We've got to fight to find a way. Dare to fall to find out what to say. No more hate. Just admit that you're just afraid. Time to let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. Rise from the ashes, from the anger, from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all, let's build a dream. Just admit that you're just afraid. Let go of all your fears and pride. Stand up beside me, don't you hide. We can build a better place. If we can just find a way, then we can live a better day. Then we can live a better day. escape from the war. Let's come together, lift your spirit for the cause. We should be equal, should be living free. All together, one and all. All together, one and all. All together, one and all. Let's live a better day.